Hello video editors. Welcome to Solly Tutorials. Want to become a professional video editor? This is a great step. Well done for deciding to learn with this complete Filmora 13 video editing course. Filmora 13 is the king of video editors, with all the tools you need and more. I've been using it for over 7 years, and I've taught and helped many people learn it too. In this free course, I'll show you everything you need to know to become a perfect video editor, from basic to advanced techniques. I'll also teach you tips and tricks for Filmora 13 and video editing in general. We'll cover everything from importing and exporting videos to super slow motion, speed ramping, color matching, color correction, green screen removal and replacement, background removal without green screen, and object removal. We'll also learn how to use advanced AI portrait and smart cutout tools, AI masking, AI image stylizer, motion tracking, stabilization, lens correction, photo and video animations, transitions, effects, titles, VFX text, and more. Of course, no video editing course would be complete without covering intros and outros, stickers, split screens, background music, sound effects, and AI music generation. We'll cover all of that too. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about stock footage. I'll reveal some interesting footage about Filmora's stock media partners. We'll also cover creating and customizing 3D text, and I'll share some very important tips and tricks to help you avoid common video editing obstacles. I'll even show you some software settings that will help your system perform better and enable smoother video editing. Finally, I'll teach you how to create custom thumbnails and export videos for different devices with the best settings. We've covered a lot in this course, but we've tried to teach Filmora 13 in depth. I hope it fulfills your dream of taking your video editing confidence level from 0 to hero. So, without further ado, let's dive right in and save you some precious time. I'm firing up the Filmora 13 video editor, and I'm currently using version 13.0.15. When you open this software, you'll see a Filmora startup window that looks something like this. Here, you'll need to log in with your Wondershare ID if you already have an account. If you're new to Filmora, you can create a new Wondershare account by clicking on Sign Up. You can sign in using various methods, such as Google, Facebook, or Twitter accounts. To create a new account, simply click on Create Account below. Since I already have an account, I'll enter my Wondershare ID and then click on the Login button. Now we're inside Filmora software. You'll find the option to create a project at the top left corner. Select this option to start a new project. Just below that, there's the Filmora Cloud option, which offers free 1 GB of cloud storage upon activation and supports uploading, downloading, and sharing operations for project documents, including packaging, project templates, and finished videos. It also allows for Mac OS, Windows interoperability and collaboration. Beneath the New Project button, you'll see the Instant Mode section. When you click on it, you'll find numerous ready-made templates at your disposal. This is an excellent choice for those who want to edit using pre-designed templates professionally. To use a project in Instant Mode, click on the project and then select Use this template under the project. This will download the project for you. After the download, you'll be prompted to import your media. Click on it and select your favorite videos to import. The more media you add, the better your end result will be. Afterward, click on the Auto Create button below, and your creation will begin. This process may take a few minutes, as magic takes time. You can further customize your project if desired. There's the Layer panel for editing cinematic text and effects, the Storyboard to customize your highlights, and the Media panel to adjust your template, music, and text. To edit text, double-click on it and write whatever you want. For example, I'll write Edit your text here. And below, Colorize. You can change the text's color here and even select individual letters to change their colors. Below the Text tab, you'll find the Music tab. offering a wide selection of music to use in your projects. Within the Text tab, you'll discover various titles and text templates that you can use as you see fit. In the bottom tab, you'll find all the templates from Instant Mode to create professional videos easily. Once you've finished everything, it's time to export your video. Click on the Export button and customize the export settings. You can save these settings for future use. You'll also learn about the best video export settings at the end of this course. After configuring your settings, click the Export button below. Now, you'll also notice the Screen Recorder option. Filmora's Screen Recorder allows you to record your screen and webcam simultaneously, capturing system and microphone audio. You can record games, tutorials, YouTube videos, and more. In the new update of Screen Recorder in Filmora 13, you'll find even more improvements. This time, Wondershare has given Filmora's Screen Recorder a fresh boost. Filmora Video Editor isn't just about video editing, it's also a powerful screen recorder. You can spot this new screen recorder feature right on the Filmora 13 Start window. Let's give it a click. In this updated version of Filmora's Screen Recorder, you have the flexibility to customize your screen size. You can select your microphone for screen recording and even choose your speakers for the recording. If you'd like to add yourself to the recording, Filmora 13 offers a camera option for that. Once you've made these settings, just click the red button on the right side of the screen recorder to kick off your recording. When you're ready to stop, simply hit the F9 key on your keyboard. I'll press F9, and just like that, my screen recording is complete. The video is now in my media library, ready to be used in your project. Filmora 13 introduces a third new option, AI text-based editing. On the Filmora Start window, you'll spot the iText-to-Video option. Click on it. Here, you can craft your story by entering text, and thanks to AI, it'll weave your words into a video narrative. For example, I'll jot down a short story about a lion and a mouse. Feel free to write whatever you like, or you can even copy and paste your text. After crafting your text, select the language. I'm going with English since that's what my story is in, then pick your video aspect ratio. I'll stick with 16:9. Next, choose a text-to-speech voice for your video. I'll go with Mark's voice. Once everything's set, hit that text-to-video button, and your text will start morphing into an AI-generated video. Once the generation process wraps up, you'll have your very own text-to-AI-generated video in Filmora. Let's take a sneak peek at this story.
Story of the Lion and the Mouse. Once upon a time, a lion accidentally stepped on a mouse. The mouse begged for forgiveness, and the lion spared its life. A few days later, the lion was caught in a hunter's net. The mouse gnawed at the ropes and freed the lion. The lion learned that even the smallest creatures can be helpful.
With this feature, you can transform a lengthy text into an AI-generated video within seconds. The fourth option is AI copywriting. With this feature, you can get ideas, video scripts, introductory articles, video chapter titles, YouTube video titles, and YouTube video descriptions for your YouTube videos using AI in Filmora 13. For instance, you can select YouTube video ideas and input your video topic, such as new cooking ideas, and choose the output language, for example, English. By enabling the advanced options, you can select the number of results you desire. Once you've set your preferences, click on the Generate option at the bottom. You'll see how AI generates results for your topic. As you can see, AI provides ideas for your video topics. By default, it offers around 5 video topic ideas. And you can copy any of these ideas using the Copy button provided. Go ahead and click on it to copy the topic idea. Additionally, you'll find the History tab where your generated results will be stored. Next, you'll come across the AI Text Clipper option. On the Filmora 13 Start window, you'll spot the AI Text Clipper option. Give it a click. Once inside, select the video from your computer that you want to extract text from. I've chosen this video. Click Open. You'll be presented with two options: sound-based editing and text-based editing. Choose the one that matches your video content. Next, select the language of the video, like English. In my case, I'll go with text-based editing since my video is text-based. Then, click OK. The conversion process will begin. And once it's finished, the text from your video will be extracted and ready on your timeline for further editing. This feature is bound to be a great asset in Filmora 13. Next option you will see is Instant Cutter tool. This tool allows you to quickly import large video files in various formats and trim or merge them without the need for re-encoding. It's especially handy when working with high-resolution videos like 4K action camera footage, which tend to have larger file sizes. Now, let's dive into some more remarkable features of Filmora 13. Auto Reframe, powered by AI technology, automatically detects the focal point of your video and ensures it stays within the frame, so the main action or object in your video never goes out of sight. You can manually adjust the focal point or select an aspect ratio that suits your preference, depending on the social platform where you intend to upload the video. We'll demonstrate how to use the Auto Reframe option in Filmora and how to fine-tune your video as you see fit. Next up is Auto Beat Sync. This feature takes small sections from the same video or different videos and combines them into a personalized and stylized video. In the Auto Beat Sync interface, you can import background music and set the BGM start time. You can also choose the beat cut speed, whether it's fast or slow. Then, there's Avatar Presentation. With Filmora Avatar Presentation, you can confidently present your content with ease. Virtual avatars take the pressure off real people appearing on camera, allowing you to focus on delivering a dynamic and engaging presentation. This innovative approach also helps you connect with your audience more personally and impactfully. These are some of the key tools and features available on the startup window of Filmora 13 that I've introduced to you. Now, let's open Filmora 13 with a new project. You can set the aspect ratio according to your project's needs. You'll find various aspect ratios here. For instance, I'll select 16:9 widescreen and then click New Project. With that, I have Filmora 13 open with a new project. As Filmora launches, you'll see its main interface like this. The interface offers various layouts to choose from, such as Default, Organize, Timeline, Short Video, and Classic. You can select the layout that best suits your preferences. I'll opt for the Classic layout because I frequently work with it. Now, let's familiarize ourselves with Filmora 13's interface. The area you're currently looking at is where we manage our media, importing videos, images, and audio from our computer. Below that, we have the timeline, where we can drag and drop media, add effects, text, transitions, stickers, and more. This area allows us to edit our project. This is the area we have where we can preview our footage. We can also call it Preview Window or Player. Above the media area, here we have tabs, which contains countless presets and templates, all of which are used in our projects. Above the tabs, you'll find the File, Edit, Tools, View, and Help menus, which offer various functions. Between the timeline and media, you'll see all the tools available in Filmora 13 when you have footage on the timeline and select it. I hope this brief introduction to Filmora 13's interface has been helpful, especially for newcomers to this software. Once you grasp the interface, the next steps become much easier. Now, let's move on and import our videos, audio, and images into the software. To do that, head to Media and click on it. This will open a folder on your computer, allowing you to select the footage you want to use. Alternatively, you can open any folder directly on your computer, select the files you need, whether they're audio, images, or videos, and drag and drop them into Filmora Media. You can see that I've successfully imported all the footage I dragged into the media library. Now, let's get these files organized. We're going to create specific folders in the media library for videos, music, and images. To do this, right-click on the project media folder, and then select Add a new folder. Next, rename the folder. I'll start by creating a folder for videos and name it videos. Then, I'll create a folder for photos and name it photos. Lastly, I'm creating a folder for music and naming it music. We've now created these 3 folders, and you can easily rearrange them by dragging them up or down. You can make adjustments to the folder list at any time. Now, let's move the files into these folders. First, I'll drag the music files into the music folder. To do this, go to Project Media, select Music, and drag and drop it into the music folder. As you can see, the music files are now neatly organized in the music folder. Next, I'll move the photos into the photos folder. To do this, return to the project media folder. Select the photos, and drag and drop all the photos into the photos folder. Now, all the photos are inside the photos folder, making it easier to find what we need. Lastly, I'll add the videos to the videos folder. Once again, go to Project Media. Select all the videos, and drag and drop them into the videos folder. Now, all the videos are neatly organized in the videos folder as well. Creating separate folders for your files makes video editing more manageable and helps you easily access specific files. You can rename the folders at any time by selecting the folder and pressing the F2 key on your keyboard. Below these folders, you'll notice the Global Media folder, which is a useful feature. If you have any video elements that you use consistently across projects, such as intros, outros, music, or logos, you can import them into the Global Media folder. They'll always be available to you, saving you the trouble of importing them repeatedly. I personally keep my intro, outro, and music in the Global Media folder since I use them frequently. Throughout this video, I'll share more settings, tips, and tricks to enhance your video editing skills. The Global Media folder is a valuable resource, as it keeps all your imported files within it, even if you open a new project. In addition, you can filter the media to view, sort, and group by your preferences. Note down any filter that proves helpful to you. It will make your editing process more efficient. You can filter these items within Project Media. For example, I filter the videos, and only videos are visible. The same applies if you filter for audio, photos, or subtitles. It keeps everything nicely separated for you. These are essential techniques that many people overlook, making project setup more challenging. I'll do my best to guide you through the methods I personally use during this video editing course to make it as useful as possible for you. Now, let me show you how to edit a video. To get started, drag and drop the video from the media library onto the timeline. You can see that I've dragged this video onto the timeline. You might notice that the video's resolution or frame rate doesn't match the project settings. You can choose to match to media or keep project settings. Match to media will set the resolution to 1280 by 720 at 24 fps, while keep project settings retains the project's resolution at 1920 by 1080 and 25 fps. For my project, I'd like to select Match to Media with settings of 1280 by 720 and 24 fps. To adjust the project settings, navigate to the File menu and click on Project Settings. Here, you can set the project's aspect ratio. I'll select 16:9 widescreen. You can also set the resolution according to your needs. I recommend 1920 by 1080 for full HD resolution. If you prefer a custom resolution, you can adjust it to your liking. Additionally, you can set the frame rate to your preference, and I would recommend a frame rate between 25 and 30. Choose the color space as SDR, Rec 709. If you'd like to save these settings as the default, you can do so. When prompted, confirm the action, and click Change. This will affect both the current project and any new projects you create. You can preview any footage on the timeline by using the play and pause buttons located below the preview player. Simply click on the play button to play the video and pause it by clicking again. You can also use the space key on your keyboard to play and pause the video. If you'd like to watch the video in reverse in the preview player, you can use the new JKL shortcut added in Filmora 13. Press JKL to play in reverse and increase the playback speed by pressing the JKL shortcut again. Press it once more to make the playback speed even faster. In addition to the play and pause buttons, you'll find forward and backward buttons that allow you to move the video frame by frame. There's also a stop button to halt playback. If you want to trim the video within the media itself, simply click on the video in the media library. The video will be previewed in the player. You can set the start and end points by moving the play indicator. For example, I've set the start point here. To set the start point for trimming, click on the Trim In button below the player. You can also use the I shortcut on your keyboard. To set the end point, move the playhead to the desired spot and click on the Trim Out button or use the O shortcut on your keyboard. This trims your video in the media itself, allowing you to add only the specific part of your video to the timeline as needed. After trimming, simply drag and drop the video onto the timeline. The indicator you see on the Filmora 13 timeline is called a playhead. It's used to insert an object at a specific time on the timeline and view the content at that particular time. You can move the playhead by dragging it with the mouse or by clicking on the timeline at the desired time. If you want to adjust the zoom level of the preview player, click on Display Options and then Zoom Level. For example, I've zoomed it to 100%. And you can see the result of the zoom level in the player. You can move the preview position within the preview player by clicking and dragging the mouse on the box within the player. You can also zoom in or out on the preview player to see your preview better, with the zoom level of your choice. To split a video, select it and look for the split or scissor icon above the playhead. Click on it. And your video will be divided into two parts. To delete an item from the timeline, select it and press the delete button above the timeline. If you want to undo any action, press Ctrl+Z on your computer. You can also use the undo and redo buttons located alongside the delete button. These buttons allow you to reverse or redo actions. Ctrl+Z is the shortcut for undo, and Ctrl+Y is the shortcut for redo. To trim a video, you can also use a simple method by dragging the start or end of the video. If you want to close a gap on the timeline, select the footage and move it forward. Turning on the auto button will automatically remove empty spaces on your timeline. If it's off, deleting something won't remove the blank space. To crop a video, select it and click on the crop tool. Choose the aspect ratio for the video. You can also crop it with a custom aspect ratio, depending on your project's requirements. I've selected 16:9 for my project. Select the portion of the video you want to crop and click the Apply button. At the top of the player, you can switch the playback quality. If Filmora isn't playing the video correctly, you can choose from the available options. I've selected full quality to ensure optimal playback. You can also use the pan and zoom feature. Click the crop tool again. Select pan and zoom. And set the start and end points. After that, click apply to create the animation. To zoom in or out on the timeline, hold the top part of the timeline and drag it to adjust the zoom level. Below that, you'll find a scrolling bar that allows you to navigate the timeline back and forth.
Are you scared?
You can also adjust the timeline zoom by pressing the minus and plus buttons, which allow you to zoom out and in, respectively. There's also a button that lets you fit the timeline, and it only affects the timeline view, not your actual video or project content. You'll notice a feature called Timeline Snap. Enabling Timeline Snap will cause objects to snap in place when you drag them on the timeline. This can be quite useful for precise alignment. Disabling it will allow more freedom when moving objects on the timeline. On the bottom right side of the preview player, you'll find the full screen button. Clicking this button allows you to view the preview screen in full screen mode.
I will get you. The time it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
There's also a snapshot option that lets you capture a still image from any video, photo, or text. For instance, I've taken a snapshot from this video position.
Are you afraid of the dark?
You can find the snapshot in the media library. You can see our snapshot image here. You can also use this image by dragging and dropping it onto the timeline. You can adjust the duration of any image on the timeline, as I've reduced the duration of this image to create a freeze frame effect. If you want to remove this image, simply delete it. Creating a freeze frame effect in Filmora is easy. Place the playhead where you want the freeze frame, right-click the footage, scroll down, and select Add Freeze Frame. You can adjust the duration of the freeze frame as needed. You can apply this to any footage on the timeline. Now, I'm going to drag and drop one video onto another on the timeline. For this video, I'll apply different speed settings. To apply speed changes, select the video, go to the speed tool, and choose from the options: uniform speed, speed ramping, slow, fast, normal, freeze frame, or reverse. I'll demonstrate how different speed settings affect your video.
Staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow. Moving with the motion, following the light that sets me free.
To revert to normal speed, simply select normal within the speed tool. You can also reverse the video by choosing the reverse option from the same menu. To adjust the speed more easily, there's a speed tool option above the video on the timeline. Click on it to access the custom speed option. Here, you can customize the uniform speed to your liking. After applying speed changes, you can use the iframe interpolation feature to make the speed transition smoother. Inside the iframe interpolation box, you have three effects: frame sampling, frame blending, and optical flow. These effects enhance the smoothness of your speed changes, and you can preview their impact on your video. These iframe interpolation effects are a new addition to Filmora 13 and offer fantastic features. If you had a video playing in reverse mode, you can return it to its original state by simply turning off the reverse speed option. Furthermore, you can experiment with different iframe interpolation effects to achieve various speed effects in your video, like super speed. Additionally, you'll find the Speed Ramping tab, which contains various ready-made speed ramping effects. These include montage ramping, hero movement, bullet time, jumper, flash in, flash out, and more. These effects can be applied with a single click to add intrigue to your video. I'd like to show you a preview of these speed ramping effects using a video of a girl dancing. In addition to the preset effects, you can create customized speed ramping effects with the Customize option. You can adjust these effects by manipulating keyframes in the keyframe graph editor. If you want to save your custom speed ramping effect, click Save as Custom. Provide a name, and click OK to save it. You can now apply it with a single click. To remove a custom speed ramping effect, use the delete button located above it. If you want to remove any effect from the video, simply click the None button. The great news is that you can use all these speed ramping effects for free, allowing for creative and captivating video editing. Thank you for joining us in this first chapter of our Filmora 13 complete tutorial. We've only scratched the surface. In upcoming chapters, we'll explore everything from advanced AI tools to video effects, sound editing, 3D text, and more. Stay tuned for the next chapter. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. See you soon. Goodbye.